Hi there, and thank you for joining us today for our webinar on how to use Salesforce or really any CRM from your inbox. My name's John Carini, and I'll be your host today. I will bring you through a brief overview through some slides, and then after that, we'll get into a live product demo. I'll be showing how to integrate your email with Salesforce and other CRMs. So let's just get started. I should be able to get you out of here in 30 to 40 minutes. So if you do have questions, please put them in the YouTube chat. So if you're watching on YouTube, there's actually a comment section, and any comments you put in there, I'll see, and I'll try to get to them and answer any questions you might have in that manner. So again, thanks for joining us. A little bit about our company first. Promise I won't bore you with too many slides, but iEnterprises has been around since the mid-90s, believe it or not, won all sorts of awards, and believe it or not, for more than 20 years, we've been integrating email and CRM. In fact, we originated the company with one of the first email integration products for CRM in the mid-90s, and we've been making it better and better ever since. So we have tons of experience in this area. Here's some of our awards. Won some big awards over the year from CRM venues, as well as some large companies like IBM. Here's our customers. These are the large ones. We actually have agreements with Oracle, for example, where we white label some of our products through them, but we have companies both big and small. If you are a smaller company, you're still welcome, and you can sign up online and use it, and we still give you personalized service, but our products are very scalable as well, and we can handle a large company as well. So I mentioned that we can support multiple CRMs. So I know a lot of you are using Salesforce.com, which is great, but we support others as well. So we have our own CRM solution called iCRM, and that solution you can just purchase online. It's only $30 a user a month, and it actually includes the integration, the email integration for Outlook and for Gmail, for both. We also support, as I mentioned, Salesforce.com, Microsoft Dynamics, Oracle, and Sugar. So most of the popular CRMs. So the email platforms we support, I know a lot of you are here for Gmail, but we actually support Outlook, and we even support Notes. That was the first one we created many, many years ago. So with respect to Gmail or Google Workspace, whatever you want to call it, there's email and calendar integration, and that works through the web client in any browser, and then it also works in iOS and Android. So it's really the only one that works on mobile too. And if I have time, I'll show some mobile stuff as well. Outlook we support as well, and it's for email and calendar. It's really any current version of Outlook, and that includes any Windows version of the Outlook client, the web version of Outlook. It's the only thing that works on Mac, and it also works on iOS and Android. So we got you covered. So one thing I'll talk about is our product, iCRM. I won't sell you too hard, but it really is a great product, and it includes everything at one price. And that means the email integration. We also have this new thing coming out called Social Insights that lets you get unlimited LinkedIn leads. And we're going to offer that for Salesforce as well shortly, but it will be an extra charge. It's actually included with iCRM. But if you're using Salesforce and maybe you're paying a lot of money, you might want to consider our iCRM, because we give you everything at one price. We don't try to upsell you. We even import your data and configure it and all that. So this is why you're here. You want to do everything from email. I mean, let's face it, we all sit in our inbox pretty much all day, and we do the vast amount of our communication via email. So these tools that we're providing are very important for that. So with respect to both the Gmail and the Outlook add-on, it shows on the side. I'll show a live demo in just a minute, But basically, you can use the entire CRM, whether it be Salesforce or something else, right from inside of your inbox. So you get like a 360-degree view as you're interacting with people. You can see what's going on in the CRM. You can easily save emails to CRM. You can create leads, really accounts, opportunities, anything right from within email. And then there's email templates whereby you can actually reply or compose messages based on templates that are stored in your CRM. Super handy, especially on mobile, which I'll show in a minute. And then I mentioned there's those social media links as well that we provide. It's kind of the same thing from calendar. You can just do everything from the calendar as well as from your email, if you will. One of the real big differentiators is everything works on mobile. So you literally can access every aspect of the email integration with Salesforce or whatever CRM you're using from mobile as well. And as far as I know, there's nothing else in the marketplace that supports mobile the way we do inside of email. And that's in both Gmail and Outlook. So it's really kind of special in terms of the mobile integration. And I'll try to show it, but pretty much everything works on both mobile and in the browser or in Outlook client or whatever you're using. It's super easy to install. You can just install it from the Google Marketplace in the case of the Gmail connector. And you can deploy it to your whole company in a single click if you want. You can do a domain install. There's nothing else really to do. It just kind of works. And Outlook is similar. There's a Microsoft Marketplace. You can install from that, and it works in any Outlook client. And I believe that there's one that like is already there for Outlook that comes from Salesforce. There's one for Dynamics, but they're really old, and they only work with the IE11 browser or something, and it's a mess. But ours is not like that. It works with any Outlook client. It even works on Mac. There's nothing else that works on a Mac Outlook client except for ours. And again, it works on mobile. So let's get into the live demo. Just give me 1 second here. I have to switch around my screens. Okay. Hang on, my mouse is awfully slow here. Okay, leave there. Okay, let me share a different screen. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, going to share. Let me move there. Just give me 1 sec. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so I'll start out in Gmail here. Hopefully you can see my Gmail screen. And here you can see I'm in my inbox. And on the right-hand side are the connectors. And as I mentioned, we support Dynamics, we support Salesforce, and our own CRM called iCRM. So I'll open the Salesforce connector, and you can see it loads up on the right-hand side here. And when you're just sitting in your inbox, it kind of gives you what's going on today. So what tasks you have to perform today, shows you some recently viewed contacts and things, and all this stuff is clickable. So it's really cool in that manner. So, but where it really gets powerful is when you start looking, opening up email. So if I open up this email from James here, you'll see in the sidebar here, it goes out and it tries to find James. In this case, it's in Salesforce, and it actually found James. James is a contact in Salesforce.com. And here's the company he works for. This is clickable. I can dial a phone number by clicking, and so on. And then I have the option to either log the email against James right here in contacts, or I could link it to an opportunity or something else if I click here. But let's just single click once here, and you'll see that this message is actually logged to James Person in Salesforce.com, just like that. It's one click. So you can see now it says the email has been logged to James Person, and I can actually open the message right here in the sidebar if I want and see what got logged. And then I can even click here. You see this open in full screen. If I click on that, it actually launches salesforce.com. And I have to log in. And it takes me to that message inside of salesforce.com really quickly and easily. Again, if you do have questions, please put them in the YouTube comments, and I'll try to get to them. So you can see it popped up that message, and it is indeed now in salesforce.com. So that in its simplest form, you might use the connector to just log emails like that, but it does a whole lot more. So for example, if I get another message from James and I open up James, an email from James, again, it detects that this person is in salesforce.com in this case. And then it actually shows me social media links for him, and I can click on them. I actually open up his LinkedIn profile. If I keep on scrolling down, there's an awful lot of information here. It has the open opportunities for James here, as well as any cases and campaigns and all sorts of pretty much everything that is related to James from salesforce.com in this case is surfaced here inside of Gmail. It's pretty cool, right? And then if I got something like this from James where he says, oh, I'm interested in purchasing your products, I probably need to create a new opportunity, and I can just click, if I scroll down to opportunities here and I click this little plus sign, you'll see that it actually lets me create an opportunity right here inside Gmail. So it's pretty slick. Or maybe if James sends you a different message and he's having some problems with your products, you can actually create a case right from here too, or a ticket, and by just clicking the plus sign, and it actually brings in the body of the message into the case. So it's very, very handy for that as well. So one more time, I'm going to go back to my inbox. I'll open this message again from James, and just want to show you that you can also just click here to open this contact, right? So I'm opening James Person, the contact, in my sidebar here, and it gives me more information about James here. And if I click on details, basically it opens the full contact form right here, and I can actually edit James's information from his salesforce.com contact right here and save it in Salesforce. So I can do it right here, but maybe I prefer to do it inside of salesforce.com. Remember that open in full screen option. So if I click on that, it actually opens Salesforce, takes me directly to James in salesforce.com, and I can edit it here instead and obviously see everything related to James as well. So super powerful. Let me just quickly show you that I'll bring up iCRM. So we've been looking at salesforce.com up to now, but if I click on the iCRM connector, you'll see that it pretty much works the same way. It basically surfaces, in this case, James is in iCRM, and everything that I was doing before also works with iCRM as well as Microsoft Dynamics. It's pretty much exactly the same. So for example, I can open this contact and it'll show me all the contact details. And then if I click open in full screen, now it takes me to that contact in iCRM. And this is the basic iCRM interface. Everything is super customizable and super easy to customize. You don't need to hire an army of consultants to set it up. And again, it includes that the Gmail and the Outlook integration with it. So I strongly suggest that you consider iCRM if you're maybe looking at CRMs, or maybe you're tired of Salesforce or the other companies trying to squeeze more money out of you. There's only one price for iCRM, and it's about $30 a month. I'll go into pricing at the end of the webinar as well. So the other use case, the other major use case in email anyway, is you get an email from someone that's not yet in your salesforce.com or your CRM, right? And let's open this message from Bill Gates. I just met Bill, and Steve Ballmer actually referred me, And you can see when I open it up, Bill is not in my CRM yet, but it shows me some social media links for Bill, which is kind of cool, including his LinkedIn profile, right? And I can click on it and it'll take me right to Bill's LinkedIn profile, which is way cool. And then it gives me the opportunity to add Bill as either a contact or a lead. So as you're interacting with people, maybe you're getting referrals or they're just emailing you out of the blue, hopefully, and asking for to buy a product. Well, it's way cool because you can just kind of go with the flow. And in this case, you can just add Bill as a lead by clicking on this little plus sign here. And again, right now, the back end is iCRM, works exactly the same way for Salesforce.com. And you can see when I click the plus sign, it actually filled in Bill's first and last name, as well as his email address. And something that's way, way cool is it pulls the job title and the company name actually from LinkedIn in this case. It's very cool. And we do that kind of automatically, if you will. So as you're interacting with people, you can just quickly add them as leads or as contacts in the CRM. So with that, we're going to go back over to, let's go over to the calendar real quick while I'm here. And then I'll try to show a little bit of mobile as well. So I'm going to the Google Calendar now. And I wish my calendar looked this empty. Let's find an event. You know what, I'll just make one. So let me just create an event for next week. And I'll say, you know, meet to discuss products. And I want to add James Person to this event. So I can save that event on my calendar. And then in this case, I'll invoke the Salesforce connector. But it basically works the same way. When I open a calendar item on my Google Calendar, you can see here that that it just surfaces the contact information. I can log the event in Salesforce and do everything really the same here in Calendar that I have in my email. So it's really cool. Let's try to get mobile working. You just have to bear with me for 1 sec because the mobile's a little complicated. Hang on 1 second. Reflector. Okay. All right. Hang on 1 minute. Let's go here. I need my glasses for mobile. Sorry, this is a live demo. These things happen. It takes a few minutes sometimes in live demos, and I apologize, but oh, here we go. Okay, great. So let me do this. Come on. All right, so I have to share a different screen. Just give me 1 sec here. But I do have my mobile ready to go. Okay. Oh, it's an interesting looking camera, but that's okay. Let me switch to a different application. Where is, you know what? Let me share this screen. Okay, great. Okay, so now you should be able to see my mobile device on my screen. And you can see here I have in the middle of the screen here, I have my mobile device. And down at the bottom here, you can see all the connectors are available. So you can see on the side in Gmail, I have the connectors. The same thing exists down at the bottom here on mobile, right? And if I click on the Salesforce connector, for example, it pops up the same information. So remember, this message is from James Person. It's right here on my mobile. I can make it full screen. So I'm actually in the Gmail app on mobile, and this is just available. And as you can see, the same stuff is here on the side that's here, and all the same functionalities exist. One I absolutely love on mobile are the email templates. So let's take a look at that now. You know, obviously I can log an email message. I can open this person up, edit the information, dial the phone by clicking on the phone number. That's super handy on mobile. Or I can reply to this message using an email template. So let's take a look at the email templates. Works both in the browser and on mobile. So I'm going to select this email template. You know what, actually, this one, right? And then it automatically knows it's from James Person. So I can just create a reply here. And you'll see that it actually creates a reply automatically to this email message and populates it with the information from the email template itself. And this is way cool because you can do things like include images and big long links and things like that, and you don't have to type them on your mobile. So, so it's super slick. Love, love, love the mobile capabilities. Pretty much everything works on mobile that that works in the browser in the case of Gmail and so on. Let's take a quick peek at the Outlook integration, right? I know most of you are Gmail. Let me get rid of my mobile device, right? And then I'm going to bring up Outlook real quick. And I will show you guys that it works pretty much the same way in Outlook. So this is actually an Outlook client on a Mac. And instead of on the side, the connectors show on the top. So if I open up an email message, for example, now this one's connected to iCRM, you can actually see that it works pretty much the same way in Outlook. So I just need to, what you do is you click on this. This is the Salesforce one, right? And this was the iCRM one. I'm in Salesforce now again. And once you, to get it, you do get add-ins, and then you just search for Salesforce or iCRM or whatever CRM you use, and then you can pin it, right? And when you pin it, that means that every time you bring up an email message, it will show all this great information from, in this case, Salesforce.com about this person. And everything pretty much works the same. You can just quickly log the email to Salesforce just like that. You can see any related information like opportunities and even create opportunities here, as well as activities and so on. So it's really pretty much full featured, and we give you the capability to basically do anything, everything in your inbox, whether it be from Outlook or from Gmail in this case. So anyway, that's most of what I have to offer here. If you have questions, please put them in the chat, and I'll be glad to answer them at the end. With that, I'll switch back to my presentation. Just give me 1 second here. Boy. My 2 screens are not cooperating well today. Share screen. Okay, so please put any questions you might have in the chat. Share this. Okay, great. Just give me one sec. Okay. All right. We did the live demo, so let's get into pricing so you understand it. The connector for Salesforce or Dynamics or whatever CRM, the list price is $14.95 per user per month, and you can just sign up for that online and pay monthly with the credit card. So it's super handy. Hang on. And then let me see, there's, yeah, so someone called Sugar Training, detail again. So the different price points, this is the slide for you, right? So basically it's $14.95 per user per month. And that includes, all the connector capabilities. If you do decide to pay annually, you can pay $12.95 per user per month paid annually, and that just gives you a discount. Then you have an annual subscription paid in advance in that case. So those are basically the two prices for the connectors, and then iCRM, which is our own CRM product, actually includes the connector, and it also includes this new social insights thing that literally lets you go to any LinkedIn profile and save them as a lead, including email address. And iCRM for Gmail or for Outlook, the list price is $34.95 per user per month, and if you buy annually, it's $29.95. And the thing about iCRM is that's the price. That's the unlimited version. That's the unlimited version, and we include everything. We include the email connector. We don't have another version to upsell you to. We don't play that game like the other vendors where we get you in at a low price point and then we expect you to pay double or triple or even. I'm not kidding. Sometimes it's 10 times the price they'll try to bring you up to. Anyway, that's the pricing, and we ask that you consider it. Let's go here. You got a couple more questions. One person's asking, like, where are the templates in Salesforce? Just Google that. That's a Salesforce.com question. Sorry to refer it, but there's just, it's somewhere in the settings, I believe. But if you Google it, I'm sure there's something on that. Someone else is asking about the conversation view. I think that's a function of Gmail, but if you email me at support@iEnterprises.com, I'd be happy to try to answer your questions. But I think that when you're in conversation, all the messages are like together in one message. So when you log it, it logs everything. So I think you can turn off the conversation view, but I don't have another solution except that the newest message really is at the top, so you can just ignore the other stuff. It's just text, doesn't take up a lot of space. So so that's a workaround. But email support or even sales@iEnterprises.com, and we're happy to try to help you with that. And also, we're happy to extend the trial if you're using a trial anytime. Absolutely, our pleasure to extend the trials. That means you're using it. So why is our stuff better than everybody else's? Well, the price is really good, but why is it better? Because it's not a Chrome extension in the case of Gmail. Like, Chrome extensions are a mess. They get in the way of each other. You have to install them locally on your local machine. They break all the time. If you have 2 or 3 of them, they literally get in the way of each other and don't work together nicely. Ours in Gmail literally installs in the Gmail servers in the cloud. So it literally lives inside of Gmail, and that means you don't have to use the Chrome browser. You can use any browser. You can use Safari, you can use Edge, you can show up at an airport kiosk. I guess they're all closed now for COVID, but you can literally show up at any computer, log into your Gmail, and it'll just work because it's installed in Gmail. It's not installed locally. Um, and you, in the case of the Outlook plugin, I know Salesforce.com and Dynamics both have a .NET Outlook plugin, and that only works if you have Exchange. It also only works with the Internet Explorer 11 browser, which is crazy. It's very old and it's very buggy. Ours, again, in the case of Outlook, installs inside Outlook, lives in the Outlook servers, and it actually lives inside that, so you can use it in any Outlook client, on a Mac, on a Windows machine, in a browser, any browser, and there's nothing to install locally. And you saw it includes those social media links as well, which is something really different. So if you want one that actually works, I mean, I hate to put it so bluntly, but it's true. If you want one that actually works, ours is the one. Ours actually works, whereas the others bug out half the time. So anyway, there's my contact information. If you need me, shoot me an email at sales@iEnterprises.com. Also, there's my phone number with my extension, which follows me around, and we're happy to help you any way we can. So please continue the conversation and shoot me an email or call me up, and I'm super happy to help you, and we're super happy to help in any way we can. You'll see we're kind of old-fashioned. We really do work with you to try to resolve your problems and make you successful with iCRM, which is our CRM, or Salesforce.com, or whatever you're using. That's our goal, to make you successful. So please continue the dialogue. Thanks so much for your time today. And any questions, please shoot us an email. Have a fantastic day. Stay healthy.